Welcome, everyone. We're so excited to have you join us today. My name is Lida Perez, and I am the RSCP with One Love Center for Spiritual Living. And so today is all about elevation of awareness. It's all about elevating our awareness, and we're excited to share that with you today. But before we start, we do it as we always do, is starting with our song heaven. So if just sit back, choosing heaven, we'll be right back. Choosing heaven. What do you choose today? Abundance, peace. Peace. Today's the day of peace. So I know that we're all choosing peace. So let's get started. Let's go with our welcome, our mission of One Love Center. If we can just have a little bit of that in front, and we'll go ahead. Our mission is to provide a stable and welcoming community for all who choose to learn, to practice, to grow, and to play in the unfolding of their understanding of spiritual principles and spiritual living. We envision a world as a sacred environment where spiritual living flourishes through the continued growth and development of learning and application of spiritual principles. One Love Center practices compassion and service, love in action, and joyous, prosperous giving in the community. Our community has been lovingly created as a place of fellowship, a place of meditation, prayer, sacred and healing service, musical celebration, classes, workshops, and spiritual films. Welcome, guests. We'd like to welcome you to our service today. We recognize the splendor of the divine spirit that is you. Please know that we support you in being the best you choose to be in your glorious life. Thank you for celebrating spirit with us today. Welcome to a place where love grows. Thank you so much for being here today. It is my honor, it is my privilege to introduce to you our guest for today. I have known this person, gosh, over 10 years. I can't believe it's been over 10 years. So almost actually 13 years. I'd like to introduce and bring to the stage Reverend Donna Davis. Come on in. Here we are. Oh, you might want to uncover your camera for a moment. See if that'll work. I don't know what you touched, if you can come back on. Let's see if we can't get her back on. In the meantime, while she fixes her technical difficulties, I'm sure that we'll be able to get that fixed. She'll come right back on. So our next, we're going to do a prayer. And this prayer is an evocation, evoking what we already know. Yes? So if you could all just sit quietly, sit back and take a breath. And so we begin. Beloved presence, infinite spirit that lifts us higher, we enter this sacred space with open hearts and willing minds. We know that life itself is like a divine elevator, always calling us to rise into greater awareness. Whether we find ourselves moving forward, moving upward, pausing in stillness, or even feeling as though we are going down, we remember that every moment is an opportunity for growth. We call forth the power of divine wisdom to guide us, to guide our awareness today. Let our minds be illuminated with clarity, our hearts be expanded with love, our spirits be aligned with truth. We affirm that this service is a place of upliftment where every word spoken and every silence shared elevates our consciousness. I'm so grateful to know that this is, as we gather here, we rise together into deeper realization of our oneness with spirit. I know that this is so. It is so. And so it is.
And so it is. Ashe, Ashe, my sister. Wouldn't you know it, somebody called me right as I hit the button to come into the studio and it kicked me off. But here I am again. Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful treatment and prayer.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I'd like to bring on Ellen for speaking on prayer support. Ellen, if you can come on and share with us about what the prayer support is all about. Thank you so you need to unmute.
Welcome to One Love Center. And what Lita just did right there was evocation. And that we evoke the spirit within each one of us, because spirit is within each one of us, that power of love. And what we like to say every Sunday here and every time you hear us is that we have prayer professionals ready, willing, and able to remind you that spirit is full of power, charged, and already within you for immediate use. And so all you have to do is send us an email, and we'll be willing here to support you um, through your journey. Okay. Um, you can send us your email at onelovecenter.org. And remember that all your prayers are confidential, all of them. No one knows about your prayer, and we will keep praying for you for 7 days. If for any reason you feel that you don't need prayer, that everything is working out perfectly, that's the more reason why you want to connect, because you want to make sure that your life continues to flow in abundance, in health, and everything that is making you joyful. So remember to just connect with us via email, and we'll be more than happy to support you through your journey. So we'll bring Lita back.
Mhm. And Donna. Thank you so much, Ellen. Ellen Swazo, one of our religious science practitioners here at One Love. So grateful for what she does at our center. Always giving, always it's just a breath of fresh air for us, for sure. And now, so we continue our talk about elevation of awareness. And so I really would like to have Donna just share a little bit about what elevation of awareness means to you. I know that all of the centers for spiritual living are speaking on this. And tell us a little bit about how you feel about elevation of awareness.
I feel that in order to elevate our awareness, we first have to figure out where we are.
Mm.
I don't remember who said that and called it the GPS, the God positioning system. You can't get to where you want to be if you don't put in the location of where you are first. And I think that that's the piece that is the scariest, because we feel that when we dive within, we're going to find something that we don't want to see there, or the deepest, darkest secret that you never said even to yourself will be there. And so, in order to elevate that, which is the awareness, you have to be able to dive into that, which is the pain. And this is why you need help. You need practitioners, you need ministers, you need those who are on the outside of it, on the outside of your awareness and your little cocoon. And sometimes it's professionals, sometimes it's a therapist, sometimes it's, it just, the only way for you to know is to be willing to dive. And if you know that there's something there that could potentially harm your physical body when you dive, because I'm a nurse, I tell people registered nurse equals RN, Reiki nurse. It starts with that awareness of, oh my gosh, there's my heart beating. Oh my gosh, I'm a person in a body. Oh my goodness, here I am breathing. And sometimes it just starts with that. But just that mindfulness practice over and over again, it reconnects you to your physical form, not just the heady stuff. It drops you into that which is like my perfection unfolding. Look how awesome my hair is. Whatever it is, I tap into the smallest things because sometimes I can't see myself in the magnificence that spirit has made me because I'm caught in my head. So sometimes I have to stop with just the heartbeat or the breath or just this perfect lock right here, however it works. So it's all about mindfulness for me. Oh, and I'm also a practitioner in the science of mind. So just because it says Rev Donna, I'm a Rev with ADL, which is Alliance of Divine Love. We just had our conference, and I'm all about the love, child. I follow the love. So this is why I'm here, and this is also why I became a practitioner of this amazing teaching, because it's actually the stuff, but then you get a chance to plant it into your world. And I think that this is what science of mind gives you a chance to put your hands in the soil. Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted, love.
Don't you hate when that happens? You're always cultivating your your spirituality, aren't you? You're always trying to connect with that. I love what you said about that. And it's so true about, creating that awareness and being and acknowledging yourself where you are right here, right now, first. I think that's a great lesson for sure.
And and here's the piece. I think we forget that we're only taking one vein of possibility. But when we first came into this whole experience with all our stuff intact, right? You got all your soul. Everybody got their little, their slice of the cake. And you come in and then you're told, da, 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 take these steps. But first, before all of that is the perfection of divine energy that
Mm,
is human form. And that perfection gets to make its choices according to what, is around it. But
yeah.
now when I come to this part, I just celebrated a birthday. I'm at 51. And I said, I get to get my flowers, my 51, because our whole year, before you become a year, you get to practice before you get to get that level up, right?
Mhm.
5-1. And I'm thinking, yeah, man, that awareness of look at what this person has gone through. This is the story so far to be sitting in this chair, and how beautiful you are, Lita, and everyone else that's out there sitting
Mm.
in the chair, listening to our words and just remembering who they are while they're having their expression.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And let's go ahead with our first quote. We love to share quotes of Science of Mind. And this is a quote. Rev Donna, can you go ahead and read that? And we do have an opportunity to answer some questions. So we've decided to start asking questions. So if you're out there, we invite you to make a comment, just share your comments and your feedback in Facebook or YouTube, and we'll love to see what you have to say about this first quote. Go ahead, Reverend Donna.
So this is from Ernest Holmes from The Science of Mind, definitive edition, page 161 to 162. And Ernest says, within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours is the privilege of giving birth to it.
Say that again. Can you read that?
Within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours, what's yours to do, is the privilege of giving birth to it.
Oh,
Not everybody can give birth,
mm,
if you were to think of it. Some
mhm,
people are called with the mechanisms inside to hold the veil of awareness from one to another, where a person can pass through that veil into this life. And we are able to do it. Those of us who've had that experience can speak to what it's like. But I feel that when it's yours to do, the great privilege when you have birthed that thing, which then grows and matures and flowers and
mm,
blossoms and then gives birth to other things, is incredible to watch. Especially now as a grandparent, I get to watch it.
yeah.
So it is definitely my privilege to know that I was a part of that whole thing.
I have to say, you said something very powerful as a grandparent. Children know of the possibility of limitless experience. They don't have any doubt. Children are more open to the possibilities of what is before them. Isn't that something
Mhm.
true?
Absolutely.
They're more giving birth to that than
Mhm.
adults are, because we get into that, as you said before, that, stepping back or wondering if, or, but children have a great way of expressing themselves, because to them, the world is unending. It's limitless experience and possibilities, right? So we have a
Yes.
question here. Where in your life is a limitless possibility asking to be born through you this week? Think about that. Where in your life is that limitless possibility? And what elevated thought or practice will you use to midwife it, to give birth to it, to let it be born and excel for you? So I invite that question out to everyone. And Reverend Donna, did you want to share that?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yo, this one is a big one for me this week because we are embarking on a wonderful adventure with Joyful Expressions this week. And we are actually leaving after I get off the phone with you, headed to Kansas City with the rest of our team in the vehicle, all of us in a one car, going to this one purpose of filling our cup with other musicians. And
Mm,
for me, what's being born through me this week is for others to see the phoenix, to see that which is that spark within me, the part of me that is the indigenous practice of meditative drumming through my family, through my culture, so that others may see the phoenix in front of them. And it's scary because it's like, what if they look at me and laugh? What if they point and jeer? What if I'm off tune? What if I don't sound right? What all of these things I could never claim as a musician before. And now being an energy musician, I feel like I have a seat at the table, and it's profound. It's a profound experience, and I have my people with me, so ain't nobody gonna laugh at me.
Wonderful. So much for sharing that. That was wonderful. I'm so excited for what you're going to be experiencing. And I'm really excited about all our viewers who are also experiencing their limitless possibilities. So let's go
Mhm.
ahead to the next quote if we can.
All right.
And I'll read this one, okay? My mind is a center of divine operation. The divine operation is always for expansion and fuller expression. Therefore, since the divine is limitless, it must be the nature of my mind to bring into my experience something beyond anything I have ever experienced before. And that's by Genevieve Berend, Your Invisible Power. I've read Genevieve in a lot of my workshops and classes at Centers for Spiritual Living. And when I read this, I think about how it is our nature to bring that experience that is
Mhm.
something that we've never experienced before. And sometimes it's that fear of stepping into that and going, well, I don't know if I want to experience this, or I'm not sure what that experience is going to be. But I can trust that spirit already has it lined up for me, that I'm already in my perfect space, and that divine operation goes ahead of me and makes the way, you know? How would you like to interpret that, Reverend Donna?
The thing is that divine is limitless. So I love that Reverend Cindy calls us possibilitarians.
Oh,
I love that because when a baby is born, we know that all the possibility, we parents, we go through what if they're this, what if they're that, they could grow up to be this, they could grow up to be that. But somewhere along the way, we kind of lose that possibility and we start to say, well, this is not possible anymore. Who are
mm,
you to know what's possible and not possible? If you told the Wright brothers that flight was not possible, now that I'm taking I mean, think about all the things that we take for, every day now.
mhm,
Washing machines, microwaves, GPS, all of these things that if you had asked me was possible when I first was born into Kingston and didn't have it in my world, cell phones, what we're doing right now, streaming,
right.
all of these things that are possible, that was always possible. We just had to learn how to tap into it.
Mhm,
It was always there. And I feel that that's what this quote's talking about. It is always there. It's
mhm.
up to us to then line ourselves up with it so that we can then use that possibility to then co create with spirit.
Well, how do
If
you
you're not
how do you align yourself without knowing, what that might be? How do you open yourself to that? Can you share a little bit about that?
to be open to the fact that you don't know everything,
I'm supposed to align myself so that I can move forward, but how do I align myself? I think a lot of our viewers are trying to figure that out. Well, I don't know what that alignment looks like. How can I align myself to the experience of what I've never experienced? How do I do that?
for me, it's about sitting down. I stop moving my body. I sit down. I get rid of all the other distractions.
Mm,
So if it's my cell phone, it gets put away somewhere else. If it's something like Bluetooth, I take it out of my ear and I
mm,
sit myself in a space that's usually very beautiful and quiet. Maybe I have music, whatever. Sometimes there's nothing but just sound. And I breathe into my body, which is me taking that personal moment just to listen to my breath. And then I tell myself something very important. I have no clue what I'm doing.
I love that.
I have no idea. If I already did, I would have already done it. I already would be aligned. I wouldn't have to think about aligning. It's already there.
Mm,
So the fact that I'm just sitting here even thinking about aligning tells me I don't know what I'm doing,
mm,
which then tells me that spirit has to know what I'm doing. And
mm.
then spirit is the one that's going to now reveal to me what I need to be doing as my next step. And the
Allowing.
only way for me to do that is to sit down, be quiet, and just breathe. Because a
Mhm.
lot of times it comes up into your awareness. Sometimes it's the next phone call. Sometimes, and then the way is so clear, you can't help but see it, and you take the next step. And then you sit down again and align again.
Allow
And
yourself to do
as many times as it takes for you to feel the calm and the peace that passes all understanding, and you'll know when you're in it because time practically stops. And that's what I do. And everybody has different experiences as to how they align, but
Mhm.
it's just a dropping into the fact that I'm magic, just walking around in a suit, looking around at others.
Right.
Hearts beating behind there, you
Yeah,
know,
being still and
and
just
being
taking that
still.
opportunity. My
Yes.
my son was sharing with me that he started meditating, and it's so difficult because you'll go to meditate, and then suddenly work comes up, or home comes up, or family comes up. And I said, You're just starting your journey in meditation. So
Mhm.
allow yourself to not do it the way that you always do it, allow yourself to learn how to do it, you know so if you're new to meditation, just count your breath, and that's something that he was learning too. Count your breath.
Mhm.
Just
I
breathe.
started with moving meditation, because
Yes.
a moving meditation, getting my body to sit still, my body would start to hurt. I'd start to itch. All kinds of stuff would show up for me. And what I did was I said, okay, let's start with movement meditation, which was walking, forest bathing,
Mhm.
hiking. It is hard to keep your head up in here and all your troubles or whatever when you hear tweet, 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 tweets, and you see a beautiful sunset. It's very hard not to just revel in the magic of the whole thing. Once you get into that and then you allow yourself more of that, that's when you're able to drop into your body. And that's when you give yourself 30 seconds of
Yeah.
being in the beingness. I call it the beingness. When I
Mhm.
don't have nothing to do, I'm
Right.
not supposed to do nothing, not supposed to pay attention to nothing. I'm just sitting or I'm just walking and there's no purpose. I'm just just in my body looking around at stuff. Sometimes I'm laying on the ground staring up at the clouds,
Mm.
just being in my body.
Yes.
And that is sometimes where you have to start. Oh, look at that. I can feel my heartbeat. Oh, look
Mm.
at that. I can feel the grass. Oh, and that sense of awareness puts you back in here. I believe that we have sick care because of that. A
Mm.
lot of people who are unaligned with this is their physical form, and now you have everybody being told what they should or should not be in their form.
Yeah. Oh, we lost her again. We'll take her out for a moment. I'm sure she'll come back. And let's go ahead to the next quote, because I think it's powerful to what Reverend Donna was saying. Here we go. So, Reverend Donna, welcome back. So you got to love technology when it works. So, Reverend Donna, can you go ahead and
I
read?
am not sure if y'all can hear me, but I cannot hear you guys.
You can't hear us? I can hear you. Go ahead and come back. Can you unmute? Okay. Leave and come back is probably what she needs to do. So here's the quote. The quote is, to practice the presence of God is to awaken within us the Christ consciousness. I'll read that again. To practice the presence of God is to awaken within us the Christ consciousness. I love that quote. It's by Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind, page 413. So when we awaken, I'm going to ask this question to everyone out there. When we awaken to the Christ consciousness within, how does it call you to transcend the limits of ego and embody divine love, wisdom, and wholeness in the world? So when you do awaken to that Christ consciousness, I would love to put that question out to everyone who's out there and watching. And let me bring on back. Hello, Reverend Donna. Can you hear us now?
Hi, I can hear you now. Yes, I moved rooms. I get a phone call and boop, off me off.
Yes, that'll happen. So we were just going over this quote: to practice the presence of God is to awaken within us the Christ consciousness. And this is by Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind, page 413. How would you like to respond to that quote, Reverend Donna?
I I know that for me, Christ consciousness talks about that which is within us that awakens to the perfection of divine energy that's already existing here.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is holding on to that is very difficult and very hard to even see because there's this feeling of, oh my goodness, I can't possibly be that awesome or that great.
Yeah.
But it's not you that is that awesome and that great, is that which is within you that is that awesome and that great.
Mm-hmm.
And connecting to that which is the Christ consciousness changes the way that you look at yourself. And then when you start to see yourself this way, then hopefully you can see others this way. And then the way you step forward just changes. And it's a practice like anything else. You have to keep coming back to it, coming back to it. And I remember the great example, Yeshua, when he spoke to that and he said, there's no other way to get through it but through me, saying that this is the great example. It's through,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it has to go through me. Yeah. Uh, if you were to take it literally, okay, through, oh yeah, me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's when the Christ consciousness unlocks within you.
That is wonderful. Thank you for that perspective. I really appreciate that. Yeshua, you mentioned Yeshua, said so many things about, the Father is within, if we can just look within. And so often we walk and look to see what is outside of us, and instead of just taking that time to find what is already, like as you mentioned, it's already within us, it's already part of us, and it's a divine, like it says in the question, what will transcend the limits of ego and embody divine love, divine wisdom, and wholeness in our world. Again, I want to mention that is today is about peace in the world. And what you mentioned, Donna, is having that doubt within, that doubting Thomas within us, who doesn't believe or doesn't, has to be convinced that there is something within him that would be able to expand and reach greater heights, and we all do that as human beings. We all question ourselves, don't we? But this is an opportunity to really just delve in and look within. So let's go ahead to
I feel like if we don't question ourselves, we can't grow.
mm, mm,
And I think it's like pushing up against the soil that is our self-doubt. And
yeah.
there's no way through it to grow if you don't push against it.
Mhm.
And that's why discernment's so important. And that's why study is so important. And that's why it takes mentors to say, check this out. Have you looked in this direction, that direction? And all of it is here to help up level you so that you could be that version of you that's really already there waiting to be birthed.
Already there. It's already there. If everyone only knew, right? Go ahead to the next quote, please, and see where we are next. All right. All right. You want to go ahead and read that one?
We are constantly elevating our awareness as we pursue life's mission and purpose through self discovery. Sunshine Michelle says this from Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, and Chris Alexander, CSL Global Themes Coordinator. We are constantly elevating our awareness as we pursue life's mission and purpose through self discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Shay, I love it.
All right. We're constantly moving forward and toward that. And we don't even realize it, do we? We don't even realize that we're always self discovering ourselves in different situations. And that even our mission and our purpose, what used to be, may be something different as we walk through our path and our journey and spiritual path, right? So, I love that because it is in that self discovery, that knowing of self, that comes
Mhm.
forward to really allow you to elevate yourself, to lift yourself up, to be greater in that awareness, to advance. Anything
Mhm.
else you want to add to that?
Well, something that came to me when I was listening to this, there is also a quote in the Bible, and I've been kind of studying recently some of these books a little bit more. And there's a quote that just spoke to me through my ancestry. It was the quote that says, when I was a child, I thought like a child, I acted like a child, behaved like a child. But
Mhm.
now that I'm a man, I put away childish things. And it speaks to the evolution really of the person. When you're going through your thesis as PhD or whatever, you're not thinking about kindergarten.
No.
You know, it's like you're not thinking about that which you have gone through to be there anymore. You can look back and say, man, I'm glad I learned that lesson with Miss Insert that teacher there, or that mentor that held my hand here, or, even through your journey, you can look back and say, oh my goodness, look at me, look how I grew. And
Right.
all those versions of me can stand and applaud that which is standing here now today.
Mhm.
And I'm going to put away the childish things of coulda, woulda, shoulda on that moment, because that's no longer a part of me anymore. I've graduated.
You've evolved, right?
Yeah. And it's okay to be a butterfly and the
Mhm.
other caterpillars not get it until they become butterflies.
Right.
It's okay to sit in that butterfly moment and be like, my goodness, look how awesome. And then look back at your brothers and say, yo, you can do it too. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it too. And it's that encouragement. That's why we get in communities. That's why we listen to stuff like this. That's why we grow through things like this.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's the experience. At least that's my take on it.
Oh, I love it all. Like, please. I really appreciate you being with me today. I'm just listening to you and just embracing all that you're saying. These words I know are just falling on the right hearts as well. So let's go ahead to our next quote. Or actually, let's go ahead to our affirmations. And one of the things that we do when we read our affirmations is we take a deep breath, we say the affirmation,
Mhm.
we take a deep breath again, and we repeat it a second time. So if we can go ahead and start with our first affirmation, and Reverend Donna, I'll let you read that first.
It is so that I elevate my awareness through practicing the presence of God.
Mm,
It is so that I elevate my awareness through practicing the presence of God.
mm, yes. So let's take another deep breath and go on to the next one. It is so that I give birth to the limitless experiences in my life. Let's take another deep breath because that really does resonate. It is so that I give birth to the limitless experiences in my life. Mm,
Mhm.
Reverend Dunn.
It is so that I am becoming more conscious of God's own nature within me.
Mm,
Ah, it is so that I am becoming more conscious of God's own nature within me.
mm. And so it is.
Mhm. And
And now.
now it is.
Oh, thank you so much. You know what, Reverend Donna, I would love for you to give us a little centering prayer over and ground the message of today and what, you would like to share with everyone. So I'm going to take a step back and allow you to give us a grounding message, okay?
So just becoming aware of where you are sitting or standing or what you're doing, even if you're driving when you're listening to this, give yourself a bit of grace to just go soft and become aware of yourself just for this moment, allowing the breath to just move in and through your body. Close your eyes and just go back to the conversation from today through this talk, asking yourself those questions. Maybe you're going back and listening to this recording again. What is being birthed through me as me? What's wanting to come through me? What is mine to do? What is Spirit's highest and greatest and best expression wanting to bubble up like life spring through me, overflowing? What is my cup that runneth over? How can I step into that which is that, my awareness, the next right step that is for me to do? Allowing yourself to sit in that space from time to time, as many times as it takes to just drop into yourself, ask yourself those questions, measure it up to your values, plug in all of these principles and teaching into the laboratory of your world, and step forward from divine essence that we know that you are, remembering and being. and living and breathing as life expresses through our bodies, as us, as life, as God. Releasing this into the law and knowing that we are always unfolding beautifully in divine right order. Ashe, ashe. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so
And
much.
now it is. I love that too. And now it is. That's a one love thing. Yeah, man, one love.
Well, yes, that's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and that was prayer, and would love to bring back uh, Ellen to the screen, to the front, and share a little bit about the prayer and also about our abundance. So I'll let Ellen speak on that.
Well, so now is that you have seen different type of prayers. You have seen the evocation. You just saw affirmations and affirmative prayer. And we like to tell you and remind you again that we are here to support you through your journey. Remember, you're not here to do it by yourself. And the best way to do it is someone that holds your hand or is holding your hand through prayers. Prayer works. And we at One Love Center have prayer professionals ready, willing, and able to remind you that spirit is full of power, charge, and already within you for your immediate use. So all you have to do is make sure that you send your prayer requests at One Love at onelovecenter.org. And remember that all your prayers are kept strict to the strictest confidence. So reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to pray for you. We'll keep praying for you for 7 days. If we don't hear from you after 7 days, we'll stop praying. Yet, if you need us to continue to pray for that situation or that condition, make sure that you reach out and we'll continue to pray for that situation or condition till it's shifted. And so, as we do this for you, we like to say at this moment, thank you so much for your generosity. Yes, your generosity is what keep us going here. We are very grateful that you continue to send your donations every week, every month, every whenever it is that you send your donations. Remember that every amount is welcome. You want to send $1, you want to send $1,000,000, that is perfect with us. It doesn't, the amount doesn't matter. What matters is that you come from a place of joy, a place of abundance. Because if you give from a place of lack, then it's not good. It's best for you not to give. That would be my suggestion. But you activate the law of circulation when you give, when you share your good, especially if we are feeding you spiritually. So we're very grateful that you're here with us and that you take the time to make those donations. And so right now we'd like to repeat an affirmation of abundance. And so put your hands on your heart, and with that amount in mind that you are willing to share with One Love Center. So here it is. Money, as one of the many gifts of spirit, is good. And as I share my offerings, I know that I am actively creating a space to receive more gift, more money, and more good. I am grateful for the ability to give and for the good works this gives to in our center, in our world. And now it is. And so you can send your donations you can go to our website, onelove.org. And you onelovecenter.org, you click on the donation button and it's going to take you through the process of PayPal. You can also automatically set PayPal to send your donations whenever it is that you want them to go out for the amount
For the amount that you wish. I think that she's a little Technology. Don't you love it? So thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate it. And let's go ahead and go forward with our, I'll bring Reverend Donna back on. All right, there you are. So we do have some announcements that we'd like to share with you. And I don't know, let's put that right up. So what we're looking for is tech support. One Love Center is requesting a member for technical assistance in managing our broadcast. Please contact us through One Love at onelovecenter.org. If you'd love to be of service, we would love to have you. Bless you and thank you. Also, I'd like to share this. We'll take this off. And Autumn Soul Visioning Retreat. It's Friday, October 3rd through Sunday, October 5th. It's 9 live visioning sessions. If you've never participated in a visioning session, I would encourage you to take the opportunity to be a part of this one. We'll have more information on our website that you can go ahead and join. Reverend Donna, do you want to speak about what visioning can be for anyone who decides to join?
Visioning is really the way that I hear what Spirit has to say to me. A lot of the times we cross it visioning with visualization. Visualization is I already know what I want, so thus I'm putting in my order, if you will. And visioning is when I'm sitting still. Remember we talked about the sitting still and listening and then writing down what comes to. And it's very surprising and it's wonderful to do with others because things unlock inside of you so much more when you're with others. So it's a wonderful, wonderful experience and an incredible practice to do.
Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And finally, we'd like to talk about the opportunity. So if you were moved today and you're wondering, what religious science practitioners do, I'd like Reverend Donna to speak on that. And if you have a core belief, practitioners believe in the power and the thought of the presence of the divine in all people, all walks of life and situations. So, and our goal is to really awaken what is the truth. So if you feel called to deepen your spiritual path and to serve others and become a healing presence in the world and in your community, in your home, wherever, we invite you to reach out to us, contact us here at One Love Center and let us know whether you would have an interest in even to learn something and maybe attend some of the classes that we can offer at Centers for Spiritual Living. It's really a great opportunity to see what that spiritual path is for you and open up that and elevating your awareness. So, yeah, this is
Absolutely.
always a good.
I love being a practitioner because it is she who practices the science of mind every single day. And also it's the more you practice, the more you become proficient at dropping yourself into that space, the more you come so used to hearing and sussing out spiritual principles. And I'm telling you, the minute you elevate to that piece and you hear it, spiritual principle, no
Yeah.
matter what the human story is,
Mhm.
it just dissipates that. It's just a new idea into that space. And it's for me, that's like the essence of new thought. It's a new idea.
Mhm.
How about creating from this new idea
Right.
instead of where you were spinning before? And sometimes it takes somebody outside of the forest to see the trees. And
Mhm.
that's what practitioners do. And because we have taken that training and that we hold ourselves to that higher elevation of always practicing and coming back to that awareness, it makes us very good at being able to sit in that space of witness.
Mhm.
You know,
You
you
know,
step out of yourself and you step into that space of witness and you get to hear what spirit is saying through that body that's in front of you, you know? And it's so awesome because they say the very thing that they need to hear. And I
mhm.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true that uh, all the situations, it's just also about going through life as you do. And
Hmm.
one of the first things I do when something in life is going in a direction or I'm experiencing something going, why is this happening? I go back to my practitioner studies and go, oh, wait, this is for me.
Life is life in.
That's so true. How
Yeah.
wonderful it is that this practice has really shown me how to not allow that which isn't serving me to take over me.
Yes.
Yeah,
And not just that, but just having a different perspective,
absolutely.
especially when it comes to just the spiritual principle that is the truth behind of all things.
Yeah.
Once you're able to step to that, sometimes you're in so much of the fog because you're in your experience, you can't see the spiritual principle. It's just so ambiguous. But when you go to a practitioner or a minister that has been trained to look specifically for it, it's
Mhm.
not just anything. We're coming from the perfection first,
Yes.
not, what's broken. There's nothing to fix.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
perfection first. And that piece right there gives hope.
Mm.
Because sometimes the perfection just starts with that little spark, and that's really all you need is one little spark to ignite hope and promise and possibility.
Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. So, if you are interested in more information about that, or if you just want to start that spiritual path, give us reach out to us, one love at onelovecenter.org. Okay, so before we end, any closing comments that you'd like to make with regards to what we spoke of today?
I don't know. I'm just so grateful to have been asked to join you. This is so much fun. And I love talking about love in particular. That's what ADL is all about. And also, this teaching to realize and recognize that we are all connecting like the salve on humanity right now in this way. And that we have platforms like these to be able to connect people and to give the food in different ways. So thank you so much for what you guys are doing here on the platform.
Because you're doing the same. We're all walking on our
Yeah.
path, and we're all serving humanity. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the closing prayer, and I'll bring you back after, and then we'll have a song.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and go within, shall we, and take that deep breath of life. And so, infinite spirit of love and of light, we give thanks for this sacred time of connection, for this sacred time of awareness, of elevating our awareness. As we prepare to leave this space, we carry with us the remembrance that our spiritual life is ever expanding. Each experience, whether it's joyful, challenging, or still, it serves a step in our upward journey. We choose now to act from this elevated awareness, to embody the truth, to walk in peace. Let me say that again, to walk in peace and to be living expressions of love. And so, with gratitude, we release this prayer into the divine action of the universe, knowing it's already fulfilled, it's already done, it's already arrived. I know that this is so, it is so, and so it is. Amen. So we're going to go ahead and go with our song, our ending song for now, and then we'll come right back to say our adieu. So let's go ahead with our song. And I think our song is all about the love. So I invite you to go within, take a breath, and just close your eyes and listen to the song. This is one of my favorite songs, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. Thank you.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us when it seems I've lost my way. When I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. It's love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. It's a love that heals, a love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. 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 There is only
Wow. I have to tell you, that song, first time I heard it, just brought me to tears. It's just so moving. And I hope that everyone who was with us today and those who are watching the recording, I hope it moves you to knowing the greater truth of who you truly are, to elevate your awareness of the inner spiritual beauty within. I'm so grateful for being of service with you today, and so grateful to you, Reverend Donna, for your service and for your friendship and for your
Thank
guidance
you.
as we journeyed through this opportunity in my life. And Ellen, I don't know if you want to come on. I'd love for you to come on and join us to say goodbye if you can. And there you are, Ellen Swazo, just such a light in my life, and I love what she's doing for our center and for our world. Yes. So thank you all for being here. Have a great, great week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye bye.
Bye.